Привіт з Lvova. I am back in Lviv in Western Ukraine. Beautiful Lviv. It is a summer's evening and I'm about to head out and take advantage of the nightlife here in the biggest city in Western Ukraine. And you may have seen my other travel vlogs. I was here over Easter, so I gave you an idea about the Easter traditions. Also, I was here the year before during the Christmas period, so you got to see what it's like in Christmas. In this video, you're going to see exactly how people party here and how they enjoy themselves and how you can also join in and have a fantastic time here in Lviv, an unforgettable time. So let's go and check it out.
Tsar Experience.
So behind me there is the old town of Lviv, the Lion City. I'm about to head out for the evening, and that is where most of the action takes place. Now, one thing that is particular to Lviv are their themed bars, restaurants. So you're going to have places like Kryivka, which is probably the most famous one, which is modeled on a World War II bunker. It's got a secret entrance. You need to know a password to get in. Slava Ukraini. And then it's going to be military style food, a little bit more raw style and atmosphere, very militaristic. Then nearby you have the infamous S&M bar Masak, where I like to bring a lot of my clients. Also, you have Dim Lehenda, which is a different theme on every room, every floor as you go up. You've also got Gas Lamp, which has chemical-ish things like shots. And finally, you have Mason, like Mason Lodge style, secret restaurant called the most expensive restaurant in Galicia. And that's another one that's actually cool to check out. And be very careful when you go there because you might notice something odd about the prices. There's a little secret to that about how to get a 90% discount. I actually asked them there once how many people actually pay the price on the menu every day, and they said the waiter told me that during the summer there are actually a couple of people who pay it, which is like basically 10 times the normal price. So if you go there, be warned, write me a message to thank me I told you about that one if you're not used to the prices and what they should be. So it's not just limited to these themed bars, you know, the nightlife here in Lviv. Also, you got a lot of great cocktail bars and you got clubs, some near here to the old town within walking distance. But actually my favorite parties were the ones organized by night ambassadors. They're not on in the same location all the time. You gotta have your ear to the ground or at least on social media to find out when they're on. But actually I had the most fun at their parties. So definitely that was pretty cool as an alternative option. So if you're looking for big commercial clubs with all the razzmatazz, you know, bottle service with flares on it, loud music, lots of pretty girls just hanging out in a club scene with commercial music, then Lviv is not the city for you because that kind of nightlife is pretty weak in Lviv. Now, on the other hand, if you're into kind of more special, cool parties, they are going to happen quite regularly in Lviv. You have to always check the schedule, know what's going on. That's where you're going to find the cool kids in this city. So go there with the right expectations and you will have a lot of fun, especially if you like to be whipped and tortured. So Did you know that the word masochism actually comes from this guy over here, who is Leopold Fonseca Masok, and he was born here in Lviv, and this has led to this bar behind me, this bar restaurant theme for your wildest S&M fantasies. So let's go in and check it out and have some fun.
¡Llámame la princesa! ¡Ah! ¡Llámame la princesa!
So there you go. I had another blast on my trip here. As always, about to take off and go to Odessa Mama. On the shores of the Black Sea, going to meet up with a client there. We're going to party hard again. Going to be fantastic. But I have a question for you. Like, I know that you watch these videos and we're at the end of another one. And I want to ask you, what are you doing next weekend? Because you could be here in Lviv, you could be in Odessa, you could be in another city in the region, living the Zara experience. And the way you can find out if you can do that is by writing me an email at connorklein@zaraexperience.com or DM me on Instagram. My handle there is Zara Experience. Now, Zara Experience is not for everybody. And I realize that more and more, the more I talk to people who are interested in coming and I see that they're not really a good fit for it. Like, if you're not used to or not willing to push your boundaries, you saw that what goes on with my clients in Masok, for example, here, and do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do where you're based yourself, and maybe you're interested in just sticking to the kind of girls you've been dating, then the Zara Experience is obviously not for you. You're gonna have to push yourself, you're gonna have to come somewhere that's less traveled to, but the upside of that is you're gonna have a fantastic, unforgettable, unique experience. And if you think you're up for it, and I know you do, write me there, and what's going to happen is I'm going to send you a series of questions, and if it looks like we're a good fit to work together, we're going to jump on a 10-minute strategy call, and then we're going to go into more detail about how you can come and live the Zara experience, because you deserve it, right? I can relate to that. I used to work as a lawyer in an office, just waiting for the weekends and my holidays to actually go and enjoy myself. And I worked hard, I performed well at work, I made a high salary, but it was never fulfilling for me. And I appreciate that, you can't come and live this 24/7, 365 days a year. That's certainly not for everybody. But you can come and you can experience it for a weekend like in Lviv. And man, do I have a program that you are just gonna find incredible. It could be for a weekend, can be for 10 days, mixed up with cities, maybe longer, but you gotta take that first step and write me a message. So, sto pobачення from Lviv, lovely Lviv in Western Ukraine. If you've enjoyed this video, of course, no more protocol, smash that like button, squeeze that red subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, which you probably are because we're at the end of another video here, and definitely whack that notification bell beside it so you're notified when I'm uploading more content from this region. So see you very soon in the next video. Ciao.
Zara Experience.